Good morning, my name's the Reverend Alison Hartshorne. I'm the Minister for Emmanuel Swaddling Court, but I'm also licensed to St Peter's Hartshorne. Just a few thoughts about a very familiar passage we've read this morning, which is the passage from Matthew about the sower. It really is back to basics. Another passage to think about in connection with this is Matthew 28:18-20. And Jesus came up and spoke to them, saying, All authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. Go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. I don't know about you, but I find that people are much more enthusiastic when they're talking about politics, sports, and often their grandchildren. People are more likely to talk about their holidays, the new car they've bought, or the old car that's playing them up and they have to get rid of, and even their pets, than they are to tell someone about Jesus. We are all the sowers, not just those of us who wear white bits of plastic round our neck, not just missionaries. Every believer is a sower. We sow the seed, we spread it around. In this parable, we don't do the reaping, we just do the sowing. And often I find there's plenty of people who want to say, this person I've been connected with has come to faith. They're looking to be reapers. And in this parable, we're asked to be sowers. And if we don't do it, then it doesn't get done. The seed stays in the bag and it can't produce fruit until it's sown. It's constant. It's there whether it gets spread or not. It doesn't change whether it stays in the bag or it's scattered. And the seed doesn't change because of the type of ground it's sown into. The ground is the biggest difference. Now, of course, some is ready, some isn't. Some seed will take root and some will bear much fruit. As for the sower, it isn't our job to judge the ground. It's our job to spread the seed. And I have to say, we're asked to spread it generously, vigorously, in abundance, and not be disappointed if it all doesn't germinate and produce fruit. I mean, let's face it, if you plant one seed, even with the best seed you can get from a seed catalogue, there's no guarantee it'll germinate. And even if it does, there's no guarantee it'll produce a good, strong plant. Because it needs water, it needs warmth, it needs everything to grow. But leave it in the packet and you get nothing. And unlike seeds you buy, God's seeds aren't at their best when you buy them. So they should be planted this season, really. They have their full vigour whenever they're scattered and however they're scattered. So it's not our job to judge whether the ground is suitable or not. It's our job to scatter the seed, to share the good news. We don't save anyone. It's the Holy Spirit that saves. But what we can do is take that risk and be vigorous and scatter all the seed wide and far, so that at least some of it stands a chance of germinating. So let's be sowers, vigorously and enthusiastically. and leave the rest to the Holy Spirit. Because let's face it, God knows what he's doing. Amen.